me select the tune the body and pull it up, foot in, pull up, me say. Foot in a jeans, pull up, me say.
3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, lift off.
So, this is Malachi Malay and...
Oh, okay. I'm Danny Baker.
Okay. What's up, everybody? This is Malachi Malay and...
Danny Baker.
Okay, Danny. What's the topics today?
So, first of all, we're going to talk about what hip-hop is. What is hip-hop to you?
Shoot. That's a good question, man. Because... back in the days, hip-hop had a clear definition, you know? It was New York style, but now it's like, wow, like, I don't know, like, there's trap, there's conscious, there's melody hip-hop. What's hip-hop to you? I don't know.
So the actual definition, and looking it up, hip-hop, a style of popular music of U.S. Black and Hispanic origin, featuring rap with an electronic backing. Which may have been the case once upon a time, but I feel like it's a lot larger than that now. Yeah, like that's definitely the definition in the 80s when hip-hop first started. For sure. You know, it was created by Black and Hispanics. But now it's like hip-hop has morphed into pop music. Yeah. Yeah. You know? Just like J. Cole said, everything's commercial and it's pop now. I don't know what hip-hop is. Like, would you consider Tory Lanez hip-hop, even though he sings half of the time? For sure. Okay. And at the same time, you consider Gucci Mane hip-hop as well? Exactly, because you can go from the gangsta side of it to the melodic rap side, and it's still rap. It's still hip-hop. It's... Shoot. I don't know. I think hip-hop definitely morphed into the populist music, which was... Pop back in the days was music that catered to everybody. But hip-hop right now is a new pop. That's true. I mean? It caters to pretty much everybody, and there's so many different variations. You leave a neighborhood, and the style completely changes. It's almost like it's more about the flex, really. What you mean? If you wear gaudy jewelry and drive nice cars, then that's hip-hop. That's rap. That's what it seems like it's about. But then J. Cole is hip-hop. That's true, and he's not flashy like that. He's definitely not flashy like that. That's so true. You know what I mean? Like, or good old Kendrick as well. That's true. So, like, I don't know. I guess there's a wide variation of what hip hop is now. Anywhere from the trap drums to the electronic sound to the drill rap from Chicago that doesn't really have anything except for just like the bass line. And I guess I love that. Hip hop is all encompassing now. I love that. I love that. You know why? Because hip hop music has always been the foundation of urban culture. Meaning to say that if you wanted to know the next trends that are coming in, you look at what's happening in the inner city. That's true. You know what I mean? And hip hop always ruled the inner city. So whatever was in the rap videos is exactly what's going to be happening in the future, right? And speaking about progression, name a new school artist that you think is better than an old school artist. So like you give me an old school. I give you an old school. And I'll give you a new school for everyone that you say. I'm going to one-up you. I want the new school guys. Because I think the new school guys are better. We'll do it both ways, back and forth. Okay. Then. So then you give me an old school to start, I'll do new school, and then I'll give you an old school, you do new school. Okay, so I'm going to give you an old school artist that you are going to give me a new school that's better. Yeah. I can shut it down right now. Okay. And I'm not even going to pick Biggie, Pac. I'm not even going to pick none of those guys. The OGs? No. I'm using my phone. I'm cheating a little bit. Okay, you better use your phone, because once I give you this, it's impossible you can name one single person on the planet that's better than this individual. Okay. You ready? Hit me with it. L Boogie, Lauryn Hill. Oh, no. It's a rap. Why did you do that? Told you. Okay, there are so many people out there that would say, like, Cardi B is that, but I just think that she's trash, personally. She's not. How many people could out-rap Lauryn Hill? Not too many. That's rough. Okay. It's a rap. Frig.
I'm panicking. I'm like trying to scroll here, and there's just.
You want some help?
No. Oh, so insane.
It could be a guy or a girl. It doesn't even have to be a girl.
No, I want to do a girl match to make it equal, you know? But in saying that, like, rap and hip-hop is all-encompassing now.
Yeah.
And we're going with, like, people who put melody into music.
Yes.
Can we also go with, like, R&B artists?
Sure.
Like, can I match an R&B artist to you?
You could put anybody on the planet you want. Ain't nobody gonna touch Lauryn Hill.
Georgia Smith. She's pretty close. Georgia Smith is pretty close. I don't know.
Georgia Smith is nice.
She's nice.
But Lauryn Hill, man?
Oh, it's Lauryn Hill. All right, but I thought we were saying no OGs. She's an OG for sure. Just because she's not a guy doesn't mean she's not an OG.
Fine.
That's not fair.
Okay, fine. She's in the untouchable category, right?
Yeah,
okay,
no, she's
cool.
Definitely.
So let me lower my bar.
Okay.
Okay? So OG, right? I mean, sorry, old school, right?
It's like we're saying that, like, new school just cannot compare. Like, that's basically, you know, it's a rap. Like,
no.
Old school's here, like.
No, because I could flip it.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
Do that.
you want me to go back to the old school, or you want to switch? I do the new school, and you give me somebody old school.
See, as much as I know about old school, like, I just don't. I didn't live through the time, so I don't have a wide variety of options. I could give you, like, the OGs, but again, we're gonna be at a standstill where you can't match anybody to that.
So pretty much, all you know is it's your boyfriend's generation. Who's your boyfriend?
OVO XO, my boy Drake, always reppin'.
Okay, so I'm gonna stick with the OGs, okay? I'm gonna stick with the old school dudes. I'm gonna give you Jadakiss.
Oh, I love me some Jadakiss.
Who's better right now, or as good as Jadakiss right now?
Shoot.
You can't talk to me, man. You can't talk to me.
I'm panicking.
Okay.
Can we take a call from somebody?
Sure. They ain't gonna help you, man.
Hotline, please.
They ain't gonna help you, man.
Drake.
Oh, shoot.
Can I answer that for everyone? Drake.
Yeah, Drake. You know what? Drake is better than Jada.
You think so?
I know so.
In
Drake
what
is
sense?
better than Jada. Drake is better than Jada because he's an artist. Jada's a rapper.
Okay, then, like, Jada's matchup now,
Yeah.
I feel like would be like one of the drill rappers, like Chief Keef.
Yeah. You know, people like that. Definitely, for sure. Definitely.
Yeah.
I could see that for sure. When you get into the Drake categories, it's like it's hard. Like, what Drake does, Drake is like a movement. You know what I mean?
He evokes emotion.
Yes,
For
absolutely, absolutely. And
Jadakiss's emotion that he evokes is just anger. You know, when you listen to that, you're like, it's time to go mess someone up. And that's how I feel like when you're listening to Chief Keef. So, like, that would be his modern day matchup. For sure.
So if we flip this game around, you're gonna give me Drake? Like, you're gonna give me the new school guy?
I'm gonna give you an old school. See if you can do a new school matchup.
Oh, you're gonna be okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Joel Santana.
Joel Santana, Dipset. Okay. Joel Santana, and I'll give you a new school guy.
Yeah, somebody that's got, like, you know, a similar flow to him, but better new school. If not better, a matchup for sure.
Oh, okay.
Like, you would like to see these two people go head to head.
Battle
Battle
right?
rap.
Yes. You know what? I would say, shoot.
Honestly, your boy from Toronto might be a close matchup.
Who?
Who's the one you always talk up? Who's the one? He
From
can
Toronto?
Sing. Yeah, he can sing, but he can
Tory
rap.
Lanez.
I feel like Tory might be a good. Like, would you not want to see Tory rap, Joel?
I think Tory would kill him, man. I think Tory. Joel's dope, and Joel when Joel rapped, it wasn't really. It was bars, but it was really the swagger.
Yes.
You know, the way he attacked. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Tory now, like, the difference with Joel and Tory doesn't even write.
No.
Like, he doesn't even write.
Yeah.
And I seen it. Like, he does not write. So it's like, I think there's no comparison. Tory would kill him. Tory would destroy Joel Santana.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, going back to what hip hop once was, it's definitely, you know, like there's an electronic bass line that he just kind of like bops along to.
Yes.
It's not like he's got crazy bars that you're like, oh my god, that was a really good rhyme, or that was a really good metaphor.
Yeah.
It's more just about like nodding your head kind of thing.
Absolutely. The boom bap rap, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where I think the new school destroys the old school. Because I think the new school picked up on the fact that, you know what, it's not just good enough just to rap. You can't just rap now, you know what I mean? You can't just come in and just, it's not gonna work, because hip-hop became populist, which is pop. So a person that necessarily would have never listened to hip-hop right now is listening to hip-hop right now. So you gotta give that individual something that they're able to like, that grip them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And bars, for somebody that doesn't even listen to hip hop, they could care less about it. They don't even understand it. But melodies are universal. You know what I mean? So that's why when you got a man like Tory Lanez or even Drake that's able to rap, like, you know, like Drake could rap, you know what I mean? When he wants to, but he could rap. Tory Lanez could rap, but at the same time, these dudes are able to flip it and put harmony in their raps.
Yeah.
And then also with these guys, you know, back in the days, hip hop was like gangster hip hop, conscious hip hop, activist hip hop. But now there is no limits. There is no genres. This really is just hip hop, and it goes so many different styles to the point where I think the kids nowadays, they mastered the old school style, but yet they brought this new oomph that the old school guys cannot compete with.
Okay. So blur the lines a little bit.
Let's talk about it.
Who's somebody that has managed to stay relevant in both old school and new school?
Well, the obvious was Jay-Z, right?
Okay.
That's the obvious.
I'd say Kanye.
Kanye too.
Even though Kanye is staying relevant in a different way now.
Yeah.
He's just trying to be the talk of the pop culture.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think about that, though?
I don't want to get started on this yet. That is a talk for another time.
Okay, no problem.
Anyways, who has managed to stay relevant? Like Diddy, and Diddy's another one that's managed to stay relevant, again, for different reasons. He went from making music to being a mogul, but
yeah,
he's still doing it for
Diddy
sure.
was able to stay relevant. It's not too many. I would say Snoop.
Snoop, for sure.
Snoop, I'll say that.
When he changed his name to Snoop Lion.
I don't know what he was doing when he did that. It was a good experiment, but...
It was an uproar, that's for sure. I'm trying to think of who else.
That is relevant right now?
Yeah.
Would you say the game is relevant?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would.
So, eh?
I would, because he put out the 100 with Drake, and I feel like everybody was singing that.
Yeah, he put out the 100 with Drake.
Yeah.
So without Drake...
yes, but no matter how he finessed the game, he's still managing to stay relevant. So...
But see, this is what troubles me about the game. And it troubles me a lot, because the game now, in order for him to stay relevant, this guy's beefing with like 18-year-old kids, man.
We're getting started on that Tekashi.
Yeah, man, like this dude is on the stage talking about F69. 6ix9ine is what, 20 years old, 18, 19, whatever? I don't know how old, but he's a young kid. And you know what's interesting? 6ix9ine said to the game, dude, why don't you just go home and take care of your kids? Like, I'm younger than your kids. Why are you messing with me for?
Oh my God.
And if that doesn't resonate in the game's brain...
No, the game has a little girl, but yeah.
Maybe.
But I see what you're saying, and it's just aggravating me because I love the game. I'm biased, so I can't speak on this. And also, 6ix9ine, if you're watching this, I'm coming for you.
You know what? 6ix9ine grew on me.
No!
6ix9ine grew on me.
Gummo and all that trash music, no.
You know
no.
What? Okay, I tell you why. You know, his personality grew on me. The music's okay. It's not whack. It's not whack. You can't say it's whack.
It's whack.
Okay, I guess music is subjective, right? It's about opinion, right? But the fact that 6ix9ine grew on me is because this kid is real, man. Everything he says, he does. And you know what? He doesn't give a crap.
Do you know what he used to look like before he got his face all tatted up and dyed his hair like Skittles?
I seen one picture when he was like in, I think, private school or something.
Yeah, he was literally like, you know, like white polo, like wearing some khakis with like a sweater tied around his shoulders, like.
But the game was a stripper, you know what I mean? In a pair of these Daisy Dukes, you know what I mean? So it's like...
I'd like to see that.
So everybody got a pass, man. Like, what was 6ix9ine supposed to look at 11 years old or 12 years old? What is he supposed to look like? Supposed to have the 6ix9ine tattoos on his face?
No.
Nah, man. Like, that's what I hate when people pull out old pictures of these, you know, MCs. It's like, look at this guy. Shirt on.
Okay, but sticking to relevancy and you know, bringing in what J. Cole said about, you know, your music isn't going to be hot forever. The people that are listening to your music are going to grow up. They're going to stop listening to that music. So what's 6ix9ine going to do when he's got a 6ix9ine tattooed all over his body from head to toe and he's not relevant anymore?
Oh.
Is he going to go out on the street and be like, look at me, I look like a fool, give me money. I need to beg for money now because I made a lot of poor life decisions.
So here's a scenario. 6ix9ine knows he's not like, he's not going to be a legend in hip hop. He knows that. You know, they even, I was watching an interview with him one time and they asked him, I believe it was This Is 50 or maybe it was a Breakfast Club, but they asked him, what do you want to do, you know, 5 years from now? You know what he said? He said, I want to be behind the camera, producing and directing and stuff like that. In that Breakfast Club interview, he even said that, you know, this is going to be his last album.
Yeah, now he's trying to put out Latin trap. Like, I don't...
See, that's the genius in him. He knows who he is. He knows he's not a Nas or a Jay. He's not going to be around, so just milk it.
You think these are his brains taken away? You think this is him that's coming up with this and not his management?
What difference would it make?
Okay, there's a difference between being intelligent and being on top of the game with your own smarts and hiring a team that's smart enough to do it for you.
Listen.
He just has money. That's
he's
what
smart enough to, of course, he's smart enough to realize, so he gets people that know what they're talking about. And I think that's the issue with the old school guys. They never realized that, you know what, this was going to end. And that's why they're bitter. They're bitter because these young kids are coming into the game and just taking over, making hundreds and millions of dollars. And the old school guys are still doing shows with less than 500 people and getting paid about $2,000 a show. That's the problem. Why are you hating on the young kids for?
I'm not hating on the young kids. I like a lot of them. The one that keeps popping into my head as we're talking about 6ix9ine is Kodak. And like for the longest time, I hated Kodak. I would not, like, I wanted nothing to do with him.
Why is that?
It majorly had to do with the fact that he was up on some sexual assault charges. And I just, you know what? I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you make. I don't care where you sit in the boardroom. That just will not fly. That will not fly.
I totally agree.
And 6ix9ine is actually, he has a sexual misconduct charge. Now, don't get me wrong. I know sexual misconduct is basically, he was fooling around with a girl that he didn't know was as young as she was.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But...
yes, I believe in the interview he said, like, she lied about her age and...
oh, yeah. Girls do that all the time because, don't get me wrong, girls are crazy.
Yeah.
But... I don't know, like he's just the type, some of the videos that I see him upload to Instagram or, you know, wherever it is that I come across them, he's just very like demeaning, derogatory, and brash. And I feel like he has no platform to be this.
It's working.
For him.
You got the game running down and try to clout chase.
At the end of the day, though, no matter how much I hate him or I love him, he's making money based upon the fact that I hate him or love him to one extreme.
Absolutely.
Because I'm still going to go check out his music.
So yeah, Vanilla Ice sold 4 million copies of that one song, Ice Ice Baby. He's living off that song for the rest of his life.
Oh yeah, easily.
Only because people loved him or hated him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like anybody that doesn't make a stance, people are gonna forget about you because they either, like you're saying, you know, you only have somebody you love in your heart or somebody you hate in your heart.
True.
But people that are wishy-washy, you could care less about. People that don't really have a stance, you can't really say, okay, that's what this guy is about. You forget about those guys, man.
True.
You know what I mean? So they get washed up by the people you hate.
and I hate to keep bringing him up. I actually don't hate to keep bringing him up, but I'm just gonna say it. Drake. He's managed to stay relevant too. I'm just saying.
You know, Drake is. I think when Drake finishes his career.
Don't say that.
Okay.
Don't say that.
Okay. No. Okay. When I mean finish his career, but by the time when he dies, he's no longer on the face of this planet.
Is there wood in here? Can I knock somewhere, please? Anywhere?
Okay.
Thank you.
I honestly believe Drake is gonna be the greatest artist of all time.
When he came out, I think that people picked a side because they were like, what is this young kid from Toronto that has a well-off family with a Jewish background doing, making music with people like Swizz Beatz, Jadakiss, Alicia Keys, Jay-Z. People are like, what is this?
Yeah.
You know, like he's talking about things that he doesn't even know about. And you know what? Don't get me wrong, Drake does that sometimes. Sometimes he's talking about like his friends' beef or, you know, things that he's seen in the street. I'm not entirely convinced that he's lived it. I don't know the facts. But at the same time, because he talks about those things, because he's very like passionate about his music and what he talks about, people pick a side. Either they hate him or they love him.
Yeah.
I love him. I will love him enough for all 7 billion people in the world, so it's okay.
You know what? You love him because the dude is amazing. Like
he's humble. He's so humble.
He is.
He's kind. I was watching an interview the other day with Nardwar, and Nardwar was talking to him about a song that he sampled on Hotline Bling, which is a song by Timmy Thomas. And he's showing him how, like, Nardwar was showing him this video of an interview that he did with Timmy Thomas right before going to see Drake. And he said to him, you know, Drake sampled your song on Hotline Bling. Like, how does that make you feel? And just like the sincerity and the kindness and the thankfulness that Timmy Thomas had in him for Drake sampling his song, like he was like, you know what, shout out to that guy, like he's really putting his country on the map, he's doing big things, and he used my song, he used my original song. And like Drake's sitting there, he's holding his hands at his side and he's just nodding like respectfully, like there is not an ounce of disrespect in that guy. He is just genuine and respectful and kind and Canadian. So I think that's why he is the way he is.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, I agree. That's why when he came into the game, he is doing a song with Jada. He is doing a song with Jay-Z. He's doing a song,
not to mention he was signed by the Lil Wayne. Like, and at that time, Lil Wayne was like, you know,
the biggest thing
on
the planet.
With a Millie. Oh yeah.
People don't realize when it comes to music, it's all about relationships. You know, and I think you touched on that in the last video. It's really about relationships. Like people in hip hop, people don't have to work with you. There's so many artists out there that they could get the exact same, you know, outcome if they wanted, right? So it's really about relationship. You know what I mean? It's like if you respect people, you're gonna do a whole bunch of songs with them, you know?
For sure.
So you know, shout out to Drake because he knows how to do this music thing.
You hear that, baby? Shout out to you. We're coming for you.
So to me, you know, the Drake to me is going to be the greatest artist on the planet. The one right underneath him is going to be Tory Lanez.
Okay, so now we're actually on to our next topic.
Okay.
Why is Toronto on top right now?
You know what? I predicted this 10 years ago.
When I started listening to the boy.
Drake?
10 years ago.
Okay.
10 years ago.
Toronto's on top right now because Toronto, as a city, is so multicultural. It's influenced by so many different genres of music from
Jamaican dancehall, reggae.
Yeah, like pop,
R&B.
you know, Indian music, like so much folk music, rock music. So every kid growing up in the inner city that wants to do hip hop, they got so many different elements of music styles within themselves. So they're able to adapt and switch it up every single time. And I think Toronto is number one right now because we are the most versatile like rappers on the planet. Meaning to say that a lot of Toronto rappers right now, they could go straight raw underground hip hop, you know, and then They could go R&B if they wanted to.
Yeah.
They could go dancehall reggae if they wanted to.
Yeah.
And even if they wanted to, they have experiences with rock that they could actually add elements of rock, you know, like a Limp Bizkit type of rock rap type of feel, right? So the rest of the world, you know, they're pretty much just one style or one genre of music. Toronto is the best because we're so mixed up in races and diversity that it just comes out in our music. Our music becomes so appealing to every single culture because we technically have an experience of every culture within each artist. That's why I think we're the best.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like over the last decade or so, we kind of lost a sense of like gang style rap, you know, where they talk about actually getting in gunfights.
Yeah.
That was lost along the way because it did turn into a commercial pop kind of trap drums. Again, like just what J. Cole's saying, it was lost because people aren't living that life anymore.
No.
And that's fine. That I'm not for gun violence by any means, but I think Toronto is bringing it back in a big way. Like K-Money, Casper, TG, Roni, they're all talking about violence again. And honestly,
yeah, but they're doing it differently though.
And that's why Toronto is huge right now. That's why Atlanta has always been huge for rap and hip hop. Or the Bronx, you know, like it's always been a we're up here, don't mess with us kind of thing.
So you believe the cities that have the more aggressive rappers are on top then?
And going back to what hip hop is, I truly believe that aggression is a part of rap and hip hop. For sure.
You know what? It is definitely for sure. And I think when people talk about the New York style, I think that's what they're referring to, that aggressive, in your face, you know, hip hop, right? But if we're talking about the original hip hop, you know, original hip hop was never violent. No. But like where it progressed along the way, it was definitely.
Okay.
So maybe like right after Grandmaster Flash.
Yeah.
Right after that.
Okay.
With like 50 Cent, Jada,
50
Jewels.
Jada, and then slightly probably before that with NWA and Public Enemy and stuff like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see because NWA that era.
They started FTP, you know?
Okay.
As you would say, F the police. We don't feel that way, but that's just the name of the song.
But yeah, but it was a movement though. But because I think that style of music, I think that style of music died down because at that time, whatever they were talking about was actually happening.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it was really happening. When they were talking about police brutality, it was...
Okay, so that's picking back up now. That is a thing that has been in the news heavy about how this is stereotyping, but cops discriminate against black people. It's a huge thing right now. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
So that's why it's becoming a trend again to listen to that music, because they are the black kids speaking out against it. I'm not picking a side. I mean, I don't believe that cops are in the wrong, or black people are in the wrong, or white people are in the wrong, or Asian people. Like, honestly, we're all just people just trying to get by. But I'm saying that music is speaking to to a controversial topic, which is why people are listening to it.
You know what? That's an excellent point. And I agree with you. I didn't even look at it that way. I did not even look at it that way because gangster music took a dive. It was out, it was gone, and all of a sudden it just picked up again. Inner city music, they speak about what's happening at that time. Exactly what you just said.
So flipping to the other side of the world, over in England, that's why grime is a very predominant style of music.
Okay.
Because it, again, is aggressive rap, and I think they started it well before Toronto kind of got onto that. I wouldn't say it's grime in Toronto, but it's definitely like our Canadian style of it. They kind of mix in, dance hall and trap, and it's a mix of everything. Yeah. But again, it is speaking to a controversial topic, and a lot of people like that.
You're right. And you know what? I think Toronto MCs, they're pretty much on top right now, which I believe for sure is because they're being disrespected for a long time.
Yeah.
Like nobody respected Toronto MCs ever. Period. But they were nice. They were nice, but no one would give them a shot. And when Drake, I would say Drake, I wouldn't say Drake, like, introduced
the whole Toronto MCs. I think he kicked down the door, but people like Maestro, people like Socrates, people like Shot Clear, Infinite.
A lot of the ones in Toronto, though,
Yeah.
excluding Drake, got rich, got put on, went onto their platform in Toronto. Drake
Yes.
is doing it internationally
Yes.
because Lil Wayne picked him up and brought him to Miami and was like, here, let's sign to Cash Money,
Yes.
which is based out of Miami.
Yes. Yes.
So I feel like we've taken a lot of heat and we've been diminished for so long because at the end of the day, Toronto just doesn't have the platform to get rich, to be famous, to, you know, blow up your face over the masses internationally.
No, we don't have an infrastructure for music.
We don't.
There isn't a hip hop radio station like if you could find a million of them in Atlanta or New York and whatever. It doesn't exist. We don't have a Funk Master Flex. We don't have you know,
Charlamagne the God.
we don't
or
have
Modesto
that.
Alexis.
You know, we don't have a Breakfast Club, right? And I think people got to start catching on because we are the mecca of music.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I think with Canada in itself, they should realize that, you know, they may not want to believe it, but they should realize that if we put an infrastructure of hip hop culture, meaning to say that there's radio stations that could blow you up, there's TV shows that could blow you up, there's radio personalities and podcast personalities that will take you to the next level, and invest in these guys, we could take over the world when it comes to hip-hop music.
I think we're just starting to get realized now, and it makes me really happy. Like, I was on Instagram last night and French Montana was in Rebel at Toronto, or at Rebel in Toronto. And
absolutely.
He's there because Murder Beats was there. Murder Beats is out of Toronto.
Murder Beats, man.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
Who's better than Murder Beats, man?
Maybe Metro Boomin.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't say that, Murder. I didn't say that. Oh, 40. I don't know. For me, it's just like, you can't even ask me to compare anybody to 40 or Drake. Like, they are just like...
See, we're not even just controlling the MCs. We're controlling the producers.
Yeah.
Shit,
man. Oh, yeah.
Like, the world just have to give it to us, man.
Oh, and supermodels, because look at Miss Winnie Harlow.
Oh, okay.
She is gorgeous, but anyways.
Okay, we falling off topic right now, man. Okay.
Shout out my girl Winnie, because I love her.
Oh, okay.
Would you say bars or a beat are more important?
Now? Beats.
You think so, right?
Nobody wants bars no more. Nobody wants bars.
No?
No, because hip hop became popular. It became pop. And pop people, they just want to dance. They don't want to listen. So
you think that if he did back-to-back lyrics, a cappella,
yeah.
You don't think people would think that was fire? Drake.
The purists would. The people that are hip hop consumers would.